Unlock the secret power of rice for healthier soil and, well, bigger worms. If you've spent any amount of time gardening, you've likely discovered one undeniable truth. Healthy soil is the heart of a thriving garden, but what makes soil truly healthy isn't just compost, mulch, or fertilizers. It's worms. Those quiet, wriggling engineers beneath the surface are the unsung heroes of every flourishing garden. They aerate the soil, break down organic matter, and leave behind nutrient-rich castings that plants absolutely thrive on. Today on Nature's Flora, we're diving deep into a fascinating, often overlooked secret that can supercharge your worm population and transform your soil into a powerhouse of fertility. And yes, it involves something most of us already have in our kitchens: rice. Before we get into the details, if you're excited about discovering simple, practical ways to grow better gardens, don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow gardeners, drop a comment with your own soil tips, and subscribe to Nature's Flora so you never miss another soil-transforming insight. Now let's dig in. Earthworms are nature's ultimate soil engineers. They digest decomposing organic matter, grind it in their gizzards, and excrete it as castings, which are essentially concentrated nuggets of plant nutrition. Their burrowing tunnels allow water to seep deep into the soil and air to circulate freely, preventing compaction and keeping roots healthy. A garden bed rich with worms is a living ecosystem, perfectly balanced for moisture, nutrients, and aeration. Scientific studies even suggest that gardens with active worm populations can see crop yields rise by up to 25%. But here's the catch: worms won't thrive on good intentions alone. They need food, they need shelter, and they need an environment where microbes can flourish. This is where rice comes in. At first glance, rice seems too simple to matter. After all, it's just a staple we cook and eat. But in the garden, rice becomes a magnet for microbial life, which in turn attracts worms. Rice, especially when cooked or softened, is packed with starch. Starch breaks down into sugars that microbes love. When microbes feast on rice, they multiply rapidly, creating a vibrant hotspot of activity in the soil. Worms aren't after the rice itself, they're after the thriving microbial life it nurtures. As worms feed on this microbe-rich soil, they grow larger, reproduce faster, and leave behind more nutrient-packed castings. Rice doesn't just feed worms, it kickstarts the underground ecosystem that makes healthy soil possible. Using rice in your garden is straightforward, but technique really matters. Leftover cooked rice can be spread in a thin layer over a garden bed, then lightly covered with soil or mulch. Within days, you'll notice worms congregating in that spot, working the soil, and leaving dark, rich castings behind. Uncooked rice works too, especially if it's broken or slightly crushed. Burying it a few inches deep in the soil or mixing it into compost provides a slower, steady feed for microbes and worms over time. Even the water you rinse rice with can be repurposed. This starchy rinse water nourishes microbes instantly while keeping the soil moist, creating another worm-friendly environment. If you maintain a worm bin, small amounts of cooked or soaked rice mixed with shredded leaves or cardboard can stimulate rapid worm activity. Moderation is essential though. Too much rice in one spot can ferment excessively, create odors, or attract pests. So, think of rice as a supplement, not a replacement for your other organic materials. Consistent, small additions of rice to your garden beds or compost yield noticeable results. Worms become larger and more prolific, increasing the number of nutrient-dense castings in your soil. The texture of the soil improves as worm activity loosens it, enhances aeration, and ensures moisture retention. Plants respond to these improvements with stronger growth, greener leaves, and better resilience against stressors such as drought or pests. Over time, your garden develops a balanced, self-sustaining ecosystem where healthy soil produces thriving plants with minimal extra work. I'll be honest, I was skeptical at first. I had always relied on traditional composting materials like leaves, kitchen scraps, and manure. One day, staring at a bowl of leftover rice, I decided to give it a try. I tucked it into a corner of a raised bed, lightly covered it, and left it alone. A week later, I lifted the mulch and couldn't believe the scene. Dozens of worms clustered around that small patch, plumper and more active than any I'd seen before. That simple experiment shifted my perspective completely. Rice wasn't just food for humans, it was a soil-building, worm-boosting secret waiting to be used. Since then, I sprinkle small amounts of rice in my beds regularly during the growing season, and the results are consistently impressive. Cover rice with soil or mulch to keep pests away, and consider combining it with other organic matter such as banana peels, coffee grounds, or shredded leaves. Adjust the amount based on your climate. In warm regions, rice decomposes quickly, so smaller, more frequent applications are best, while in cooler climates, bury rice slightly deeper to ensure steady decomposition. These small tweaks ensure rice works harmoniously with your garden's natural rhythm. By incorporating rice into your soil management routine, you tap into a simple, accessible, and often overlooked tool that encourages natural processes. You create an environment where worms flourish, microbes multiply, and plants thrive. Soil building doesn't need to be complicated. Sometimes the simplest things, like a humble grain of rice, make the biggest difference. Before we wrap up, don't forget to like this video, comment with your own gardening experiments, share it with fellow soil enthusiasts, and subscribe to Nature's Flora. Your soil and your plants will thank you for it.